डिप्रेशन ना बाद में शुरू हुआ। बचपन में गुस्सा था यार, बचपन में सिर्फ गुस्सा और थोड़ा बहुत रोना धोना था, लेकिन गुस्सा बहुत ज़्यादा था।
रेज था एक अंदर, एक
बहुत ज़्यादा रेज था। मैं बचपन में मैं टीवियाँ तोड़ रहा था मैं बचपन में, माँ की पिक्चरें देखते हुए। सब देख रहे हो, भाई कौन है ये? आपकी माँ है। भाई कहाँ है माँ? कहाँ है? नहीं है माँ, नहीं देखना है मुझे। और मैं इतना सा छोटा सा था ना, बड़ा टीवी पकड़ के फेंक दिया मैंने। सारे जो फोटो से करके क्रिकेट का बैट लेके फोड़ दिए सब। इतना सा था मैं, तब से चल रहा है। तब तो गुस्सा था, तब डिप्रेशन और ये सब एंजाइटी बहुत बाद में आई। तब वो टीनेज एज, आई थिंक व्हेन आई हिट माय teenage years was that's when the anxiety kicked in.
Did it make you socially conscious and more socially anxious whenever you were around people?
Yes.
Because I remember watching your older interviews and you can see that today. You were braving it out, but there was something that you were struggling with inside.
Yes.
You can correct me at any time if I'm being presumptuous.
No. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There was. I always thought I had to. I always thought I had. I had more to prove than anybody else. I felt like I have to do a little bit more. Me being caught up in the thought of over pleasing just made me kind of shut down, if I may. You know, ki I still have shades of that a little bit. I think I still am a people pleaser somewhere, and I think I बहुत कम हो गया. But I think that also came from wanting to be accepted, if I may. I think people pleasing came from the fact that I wanted to be accepted even though I was different, and everybody perceived me as different. And अच्छा ये तो अलग है, लेकिन वो बदलने के लिए कि नहीं मुझे अलग मत समझो, मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा कोशिश की कि मुझे पसंद करो। मैं अच्छा हूँ, मैं फ़नी हूँ,
I'm one of you.
मैं तुम्हारी जैसे ही हूँ। मैं हंसा सकता हूँ तुम्हें, मैं बेस्ट फ्रेंड बन जाऊँगा तुम्हारा। You know, वो ओवर कॉम्पनसेट करना. I think it came from the fact that I felt different, and I knew people thought I was different, and I just wanted people to accept me. I just wanted them to feel I was the same.
Do you remember the lowest of the mental health? Did you want to self-harm you? Did you get those suicidal thoughts? And how did you come out of that? And how did therapy help?
I actually attempted suicide of one of my. I think I said this somewhere. The only reason I survived was Guardian Angel. I don't think I've admitted this ever. My friends know, my family knows, my wife knows, my close people know. लेकिन मुझे अपने आप की जान लेनी थी, और मैं नशे कर रहा था, उसी के लिए कर रहा था कि अब हो जाएगा काम.
You wanted to give up?
I wanted to, and the last time I had an overdose was that's it. I had the substances in front of me, and I was already extremely intoxicated. I knew that if I would indulge anymore, it's going to be a problem. I knew it. I knew that ये अगर जो मेरे सामने अगर मैं ख़त्म करूँगा तो मेरी ज़िंदगी ख़त्म हो जाएगी. और मैंने जानबूझ के किया. मुझे करना है. गुस्सा, दुख, नफ़रत, रिबेलियन, सब साथ में. मैं करूँगा. मुझे वहाँ जाना है. देखते क्या होता है. मैं जाऊँगा, आगे देखा जाएगा. और मैंने कर लिया. Next thing I know, I was a coward. क्योंकि अब मुझे करना था. मैं किसी को बुलाता नहीं. करने से पहले मैंने फ़ोन कर दिया था कि आ जाओ, कुछ होने वाला है मुझे.
Friends or family?
फैमिली को मैंने, एक पुराने हाउस हेल्प थे हमारे, स्टाफ हमारे बहुत पुराने, उनको रात के 3-4 बजे मैंने फ़ोन किया, उठा के कि आप आ जाओ, कुछ होने वाला है। फ़ोन रखा, ख़त्म किया जो भी था। नेक्स्ट थिंग आई रिमेंबर, मेरी सांसें जा रही थी, मैं गला पकड़ा, मैं सांसें जा रही थी और सब काला हो रहा था, और दरवाज़ा खुला और वो आए दरवाज़ा खोल के और चिल्लाने लगे, और बस मुझे कुछ याद नहीं। और मैं 2 दिन बाद उठा हूँ हॉस्पिटल में, ड्रिप विप सब था मेरे पास। तो ऐसे भी नहीं कि मुझे जाना था, मुझे करना था, लेकिन मुझे डर भी था, डर था। इसलिए मैंने फ़ोन किया किसी को। अगर फ़ोन नहीं किया होता तो अलग कहानी होती। बट यस, I was there mentally. Unfortunately, I was there. I wanted to take my life. I wanted to take my whole life, and I attempted it. And fortunately, I didn't succeed. Like the earlier times in my life, I had a guardian angel, and she protected me, and she had bigger plans for me, not me. मेरे plans नहीं थे, उनके लिए, उनको, she had. I will always believe that she had bigger plans for me, and she still does. And I talk to her all the time. I talk to her every day.
Who were the ones who helped you and pushed you towards therapy? I'm sure you did.
Yes, I still go to therapy very much. I'm not ashamed of it. Absolutely not.
There is no reason to be ashamed of it at all.
Mental health बीमारी है, जैसे हमें पेट की बीमारी होती है, टांग की बीमारी होती है, ये दिमाग की बीमारी है, इसका भी इलाज करना पड़ेगा और इम्पॉर्टेंट है। और मैं बिल्कुल, मुझे शर्म नहीं आती कि मैं थेरेपी जाता हूँ। But yes, I was suggested it. I was in fact suggested therapy at a young, very, very young age. In fact, when I was diagnosed with child ADHD at the age of 2.5. So I was suggested therapy tab se. I was suggested a psychotherapist, a psychiatrist, since I was 2 and 3 years old. But it was hard to monitor because I was supposed to be on medication, and child ADHD medication needs to be monitored. You need to go you need to go for regular sessions with your therapist and stuff like that. And it was diagnosed in the United States. It was new here. यहाँ पर वो टैबू था तभी भी, जब कि 35 साल पहले की बात है ये।
2 साल के बच्चे को लेके जा गया।
हाँ, 2 साल के बच्चे को, और बिल्कुल टैबू था। और फॉर दवाइयाँ देना, उसके लिए, ट्रॉमा के लिए दवाइयाँ देना छोटे बच्चे को, बहुत, इंडिया में तो अभी भी टैबू है। ADHD medication, most of it now is still taboo in India. So I was suggested therapy at a very young age, but I couldn't. So it couldn't be monitored. I was staying with my grandparents. मैं नाना नानी के साथ मैं था। वो diagnose हुआ था USA में। उसको monitor नहीं कर पाते। नानी नाना बहुत दोनों busy थे। So therapy happened after my first stint at the rehab. I think मैं 15 साल का था जब मैं rehab गया, तब से मैं on and off, तब से मैं therapy कर रहा हूँ. It was my family who suggested. I was very adamant in the beginning. I thought, मुझे लगा मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ है, मुझे कुछ
Denial ना?
हाँ, denial, मुझे कुछ therapy की कुछ ज़रूरत नहीं है, मैं जाऊँगा, मैं therapist का therapist बन जाऊँगा. मैं इतना, मुझे ईगो था, literally मैं इतना ईगो था मुझे कि मैं जाऊँगा, क्या therapy, मैं उनका therapist बन जाऊँगा, मैं therapist का therapist बन जाऊँगा मैं. तो ये इतना मुझे ईगो था कि मुझे कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है थेरेपी की. टिल रिसेंटली मैं बहुत काफ़ी ईगोइस्टिक था मैं, लेकिन मैं आई स्टिल वेंट. ऐसे नहीं कि मैं गया नहीं, लेकिन मैं हेजिटेंट था और काफ़ी इरेगुलर रहा है थेरेपी मेरा. बट इन द पास्ट 5 to 8 years, if I may, since I went completely clean, it's been 2016 I went clean, 9 साल हो गए.
9 years, it's a massive deal.
9 years sober, yes, 9 years sober. तब से मैं रेगुलर थेरेपी कर रहा हूँ एंड yeah, it's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process, absolutely.
18 years की age में when you were coming back from rehab, it's true that Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali
Yes, yes.
wanted you in Savaria?
I was in rehab actually. जब मैं rehab के अंदर था
हाँ.
और मेरे घर पे फ़ोन आया था. आई रिमेंबर मेरे लैंडलाइन पे मेरे नाना ने फ़ोन उठाया था और ये मुझे बहुत बाद में बताया मेरे नाना ने. बट ही वाज लाइक तुम जब हॉस्पिटल में थे संजय लीला बंसाली का फ़ोन आया था. अच्छा, किसके लिए? सावरिया के लिए. ओके. बट आई वाज टू यंग. I was too young. Maybe if the circumstances were different, and maybe if I wasn't going through what I was was still young. I think if that did kind of work out, I think he would train me, spend some time training me. I think 2-3 साल तो training में ही लग जाता है. I think 18 साल में बहुत छोटी उम्र है यार. I think बहुत ज़्यादा छोटी उम्र थी मेरी.
My friend Pinto.
My friend Pinto, yes, that happened. लेकिन किस्मत होती है, फेट होता है. आई थिंक डेस्टिनी इज सबकी अलग अलग किस्मत, डेस्टिनी है, सबकी अलग जर्नी है.
How was it when you finally discussed my friend Pinto with Mr. Bhansali? Did this come up?
I don't remember, if it came up. I don't remember if it came up, but
How was it meeting the man, discussing films?
I was extremely intimidated and overwhelmed, nervous around him. I still am.
Yeah?
Assalam, yeah. It's there was I remember there was some controversy that happened around the film.
Yeah, something you were upset with him and something like that. That he was upset with you.
I actually wasn't. It was Kalki and I. We were all of 23 and 24 years old. I think she's a little bit older than me, but let's say we all of 20, 24, 25, both of us. And we were, I remember I was very overwhelmed and starstruck with Mr. Bhansali. I almost felt like a misfit. Like, what am I doing here with Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali in this film? And I kind of felt like a misfit. But I do remember we were advised to say something in the press. And that's what we did. हमारे PR ने हमें एडवाइस दिया कि ये चीज़ें, I won't get into details, but ये चीज़ें आपको बोलनी है, ये आपको points बिल्कुल बोलने हैं, especially about production in संजय लीला बंसाली. हमने कहा ठीक है, हमको ज़्यादा कुछ पता नहीं है.
You just said it.
बस हमें बोला गया कि ये बोलो, तो हमने जाके बोला और तब से कंट्रोवर्सी हो गई. और I think he was a little upset with me, Mr. Bhansali, and then of course after that I think it was just bad timing, if I may. I think he got upset and with that entire scenario, and understandably he's the Sanjay Leela Bhansali, and we were
Very young.
a bunch of
Kids.
literally a bunch of kids just running around.
Now is it okay? I'm sure later.
Yeah. I mean, I did meet him at a film fair event, and I did hug him, and I but it was after the overdose had happened, and it was kind of when I got through all that entire period and stuff. But it was just, I think it was bad timing because वो हुआ और फिर मैं इतना busy हो गया कि I didn't kind of get a chance to address it or kind of break the ice, and I just got busy, and then suddenly I slipped back into abusing drugs and alcohol, and then suddenly just so many years went by, and then suddenly I met him at, I think, a film fair event, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, we hugged, and we keep kind of making eye contact and smiling at events, but I think I'm still a little embarrassed with that situation. So for me to, I think I just need to work up the courage and go to Mr. Bhansali and be like, sir, I'm a new man today. Let's but I want to take the opportunity to profusely apologize for whatever happened. We were kids then, but yeah. Listen, we're all fans of the man, and he's an absolute visionary and an institution, literally. And no, but I knowing him, it doesn't matter for him. It doesn't matter for him. कितने आए गए, कितने लोगों को launch किया है, कितने देखे, कितने. It doesn't matter to him. But for someone like me, for me, it's Angelina Bhansali. For me, it was an unfortunate situation, I think. But I think to काफी वक्त गुजर चुका है, and I think everything is fine now. I think it's just I couldn't believe my luck that I was working on a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film. I couldn't believe my luck. It was a cute film. It was a cute experimental film. It was a cute film. अच्छी film थी, comedy थी. कभी वापस मत देखना, लोगों.
You have tried to make different things right from the beginning of your career.
Yes.
You chose Dhobi Ghaat. What a phenomenal film it was.
Yes.
You almost said no to it.
I almost said no to it. I loved everything. You know the conventional, अरे industry में आ गए तो पहली film
Glam.
solo film हीरोइन के साथ नाचना है और अच्छे कपड़े पहनने और डांसिंग करनी है और रोमांटिक सीन्स करने हैं और ये सब वो एक माइंडसेट होता है तो मैंने जब स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ा मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा यार ये कमाल का स्क्रिप्ट है. It was literally just take the leap of faith. Just literally shut your eyes and jump. And that's what I did. And I'm like, you know what? It sounds good. On paper, everything is great. Amir Khan Productions. Kiran Rao's first film. I'm like, just, jo bhi ho jaye, dekha jayega.
And Amir was your co-star in the film.
He was, yes. He was. He trained me. I was very fortunate early on in my career to have the support I did. But God had other plans. Life had other plans. Life had to teach me.
You were so good in it.
It's a good film.
Very good film.
It's a lovely film.
Took you to film festivals.
It did. It got.
You got the validation from
I got a standing. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. It was my most precious moment of my life. I got a standing ovation at the Toronto Film Festival. From the entire auditorium, there was a couple of hundred people there. They were all clapping for me. I was so overwhelmed. मुझे माइक दिया और मेरे मुंह से लफ्ज़ निकले बस. I was like, I'm just thank you. That's all I said. It was so overwhelming. It was yes, that was one of my most prominent moments of my life. Yes.